Hi there, it's Mark deGroot here with Royal LePage Burl Oak. So today I want to do a quick video on the different types of ownership structure for residential property in Ontario. Specifically, a question I'm often asked by clients is what's the difference between a condo and a co-op? So I thought I'd do a quick video to kind of show the differences in the three most common types of ownership structures in Ontario. So let's begin. First and foremost, we have what's commonly known to as a freehold property. So this is probably the most common basic type of ownership structure, where you are purchasing a property or dwelling on a piece of land and you own that property and that land free and outright, and you can do with it whatever you want. So as long as you're complying with local bylaws and zoning, but it's your property, your land, you are responsible for 100% of the maintenance and you're responsible for the taxes, and that's it. It's pretty straightforward type of structure. So next we have a condo type of property. Now, the word condo is a bit of a misnomer because people often refer to a condo as the type of property, meaning like I'm buying a condo, when they really mean I'm buying an apartment, a unit in an apartment building. But we call that a condo apartment. But condo is really the ownership structure, and condo can apply to more than just those high-rise buildings. It can apply to a townhome complex. It can apply to even detached homes can sometimes be under condo structure. So but for this purposes, let's just call the condo ownership, and we'll use the example of a condo apartment because that's the most common type. So when you're buying a condo, you're buying a unit in that building and you're buying shares to the condominium corporation. So a condominium corporation is a corporation set up exclusively and for the purpose of managing that condo and the land that it's on. So the condo corporation will be responsible for maintaining the grounds, snow plowing, the elevators, for example, the roof, the exterior of the building. They're going to maintain all that for you in exchange for a monthly maintenance fee that you pay the corporation. So every unit holder has to pay a monthly maintenance fee to the condo corp, and they use that money to maintain the grounds and the property. So you own your unit, but you own shares of the condo corporation, and that's split between all the owners, basically depending on the square footage of your unit, and that's how it's divided up. But you own shares of that condo corporation, and the board of directors gets to decide how that money's spent and how they're going to manage that. So there's some advantages to owning condo ownership. First and foremost, you have a set monthly fee. You know what that amount's going to be typically, and you don't have to worry about maintenance. So if you don't like shoveling snow, cutting grass, depending on the actual condo unit, what they cover, but for the most part, it's nice for people who don't want to have to worry about those types of things in maintenance. For example, like a roof, you don't have to pay for if the condo corp covers the roof. The downside is condos can have rules that you may or may not agree with, and you have to abide by them. So for example, a condo corporation in a townhouse complex can decide what color the garages are all painted, what color the windows are all painted, what doors can be used, if you're allowed to hang flags, what time garbage can be out there, how many cars you're allowed to park and where you're allowed to park them, so on and so forth. And some condo corps or some condo boards can be very, very picky on that type of stuff. So you lose that bit of freedom owning a condo in exchange for having the maintenance covered. Okay, so that essentially covers off a condo corp. I'll do another video on a little bit more on condos, specifically what to look out for, what you must do when you're buying a condo to look at certain documents called a status certificate. So I'll do another video on that, which you might find interesting. Next, we have a co-op. So a co-op is a little bit different than a condo. Whereas when you buy a co-op unit, you're actually not buying the unit itself, but you're buying shares in the co-op corporation. So you're buying shares in basically in the condominium corporation, and you're getting exclusive use or access to use the particular unit that you're buying. Okay, so you don't actually own it outright. You own the condominium corporation, and all the unit owners own it, and you get to use your unit. So why is it structured that way? Well, it allows the condo board a lot more leeway in terms of who they accept into the building. So whenever we're purchasing a co-op unit, we actually have to put a clause in the agreement of purchase and sale stating that it's pending approval of the condo board, because the condo board can actually sit down and decide if they want you buying into that unit or not. So that's a little bit different. They want to control who's coming into their building. Secondly, co-ops don't qualify for traditional financing, so that might be a surprise to a lot of buyers. You can't go out and get a traditional mortgage because you're actually not buying a property that they can hold a lien against. You're actually buying a corporation. So you've got to be careful with your financing and make sure you got that squared away first before proceeding with buying a co-op. They tend to be close-knit communities. They tend to be well-maintained, and they tend to come in at a lower price point than condos, obviously because they have different rules. Also, you can't rent them out, all right? So that's another thing that makes them a little less attractive. They want the owners in there and they want to have control of who's in that building. You're not allowed to rent out a co-op. So if you're thinking of buying a co-op as an investment vehicle, you better look elsewhere because that's not going to work out for your goals, okay? So those are the 3 different types of main structures of ownership. Of course, there's others, but it goes beyond the scope of this video. If you have questions, please reach out to me or leave a comment below. I'm always happy to answer any questions. And until next time, we'll talk soon. Thanks.